City 105.1. We run this city.
You know, I mentioned earlier that I'm going to be having amazing guests on the program with me. So get ready for, fantastic conversations. We've got one of Nigeria's finest voices and most dynamic performer in the studio. We have the incredible, the fantastic, the gracious, the legendary Omawumi, aka Omawanda.
Yay! Thank you so much.
It's so amazing to have you. Honestly, it's my pleasure. I have a legend seated right in front of me.
Oh my God!
I'm not capping. It's the truth. I only watch you on screens. I'm meeting you for the first time ever.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm honored. I'm really honored.
Most definitely. Like I said earlier, you've given us timeless hits from If You Ask, Bottom Belle, so many amazing songs. And right now you have a new banger out titled Temperature. I see the hot.
It is hot. Yes.
Produced by Mastercraft.
Yes,
he knows how to do all those.
And I've just been gracious enough to work with him for the longest time. So he's been behind most of like my songs that have been. Mastercraft on his own is a genius.
Yes, he is.
And I just feel really honored that he would jump on the track, and it's something different. So it's not what he would normally do, and it's not what I would normally do. So it's just a nice synergy. Yeah,
but at the same time, you're not strange to upbeat songs.
Not at all. Not at all.
Like If You Ask Me, has quite a fast tempo to it.
It does, but predominantly I'm known for like high life. For the people who don't really dig deep into my music, I'm known for like high life and sometimes conscious music.
Yes.
And then sometimes I just go left, where everybody's going right. When everybody's singing tumba, I will just sing blues.
You're right.
So I'm somewhat unpredictable, and people who like to box me, they just assume that what's Mommy doing? Because I tend to hear that a lot, like who did that song? Because the first thing you hear, the beat just jumps at you, and then the next thing you be like, Omawumi, like how? So it happens.
So would you say that this is like a signature Dirty December song that you want people
definitely.
to vibe to?
That was the whole intention behind it. I think I think I was inspired. I had an interview somewhere, and they were like, because I'm feeling this new school and how they jump on, like they challenge themselves, and the music always, the record always comes out sounding so superb. So I just said to myself, you know what, I want to do something like that.
Okay.
I came across like a body of work that sounded similar. I was like, I want to do this. So I told my manager Sunday, I was like, I want to do this.
Okay.
As I told him, that moment we just got into the car, because I rehearsed with my band like every other week. So I just finished from band rehearsals. I was like, let's go. I said, we are going to disturb Mastercraft. He said, let us be going. We drove to Masters. He wasn't expecting us.
No announcement whatsoever.
Nothing.
Wow.
He just came from a night session and he was so tired. But as he saw us, he was like, I said, Master, come.
As the boss, as the legend.
No, not really. Not really, but thank you. So I was like, we need to do this, play this cassette too, and it was just so beautiful. That moment we started getting, because I tend to use a lot of live elements.
Okay.
When I'm working on music. So we called the talking drummer, we called the guitarist. Everybody just came on board, and we just started making beautiful music.
Wow. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go have a feel of Temperature. For those who haven't heard this before, this is going to be your first time. Temperature by Omawumi, and the song was produced by Mastercraft. Stick around.
City 105.1. We run this city.
Of course, you're listening to Bolanle on City 105.1 FM. This is the rundown, and I have Omawanda in the building. With me.
I'm with you. I'm just trying to make some transactions as I'm talking to you.
That's okay.
And
that's
it's fine.
okay.
It's not like a heavy transaction. For people now start coming to greet me. It's food I'm ordering for.
Now.
Yes, now it's food I'm ordering. And when I'm in this vicinity, there's one nice amala that I like to order for. Yeah.
Mainland, we got
Yes. So let me just. But I'm with you. Ask me any question.
Most definitely. Okay, so let's talk about your musical evolution. Yeah, you one thing I find very beautiful about your story is that you started your journey on West African Idols, and you won that. And that really won our hearts. Like, it really set the stage for us Nigerians. So we know they carry last now. We find a way to just appear at the top. And years later, now you appear as the judge on Nigerian Idol, like such a full circle moment.
Listen, You have no idea. Like, as in, I was so overwhelmed. But I've been appearing as guest judges over the years, and I've been approached a couple of times. But this time, I don't know what about it was more. It just really, it hooked me for heart.
Aww.
I think that's the best way to put it. I just felt like, God, wow. Because I saw young people who, you know, like, will look up to me, who will be like, okay, I'm entering this place. It's a strange place. I don't know what to do. Who had no experience with stage or studio or whatever. All they have is just talent, and I could see myself, and I was like, so that kind of thing. When you see, you say, oh, wow, God, now what for you? Hey, only you, good.
I've literally seen episodes. There was this particular episode of Nigerian Idol where you stepped on stage with one of the contestants, and then you sang together with the person, because the person was singing your song
in the music. Yes. It was
fantastic.
It was so beautiful, and I get that a lot. Like, as in, it's so bad that even after the show, I tend to do a lot of mentoring.
Wow.
You know. And then another thing now is that there's so many people who are interested in this industry, who unfortunately have seen like the downside of the industry. The industry is changing. There's a lot less joy and more like hard work.
Yes,
there was a blend of the two. You know, you could just say, you know, I love making music. You know, the ginger of making music. Those days, you will find musicians that will even be using their mouth to beat bop, because you can't just stop the flow. Now it's where is the money? Gather the funds.
Honestly.
You know, or you know, there's no real heart and soul in it. So that's one of the things that I like to do with, you know, the contestants that I come across on the show. Say, find the joy.
Wow.
Because it's from that joy that that's where the longevity.
Yeah, that's where it comes from.
That's where it comes from. Yeah.
And not just be so focused on money, because you have to make sure that that talent, aside the fact that you have it, it needs to be well skilled.
Yes, skill is very important.
That's really awesome. Okay, let's talk about the Nigerian music industry today. Now, like I said, you've been in the game for quite some time, and it has changed with many artists, you know, new sound, and you know, a lot of new expectations. So from your point of view, what is one major difference between when you started and the way things are now?
The major one would be social media.
Okay.
So it had the good part of it, or the pro is the social media has now made the world like a big musical, like global village. You can have access to anyone from social media, and anyone can listen to your music and just say, you know what, I love this person and I want to listen to this person. So if you get to have fans from all over the world, you know, the way, because of social media, distribution has become so easy, you know. But the downside, you know, when we used to buy CDs, and we were like CDs of artists, we were like core fans, you know. So whenever the artist brings out something, you see all of us will just rush and go and get it. Now what we have is like platforms that give you access to millions of other musicians. So if you are not consistent and you're not on top of your game, it's very easy to lose your fans to somebody who has, you know, more the spirit of excellence and all of that going for them.
Yeah, that's true. And who are some of your favorites right now in the music industry?
I won't lie to you, that a lot of people that are giving like and I feel so bad because I suck at remembering names. It doesn't just have to do with me feeling big, it's just how I am. So sometimes for me to remember somebody, I would say, please give me money, because if you give me money, I will never forget you. That's on God.
That's the way to put it.
Yeah, because if you give me money, if I give you money, will you forget me again? No. So that's what happens. But like there's some, like I was mentioning yesterday, like I love Loje, I love Victoni, I love Rema, I love Gucci, that girl that sang Acha Lugo. There's so many. I love Fave.
Yes, Fave. You got it. Fave.
Oh my God, her voice is like butter. I love Arasa. There's so many of them that are just. And then there's this new boy, I don't know, Fola.
You know, I had an encounter with him like sometime this year, and he's just a gentle lad.
There's one that guy that did so.
That's what's that? Odeal. Exactly.
There's so many of them. Like, as in, it's so wrong. And then there's this guy, I forget his name. He did one song. Girl on fire.
That's Ashidapo featuring Olamide. Yes.
Then there's that one. Joy is FIDO.
Exactly.
God. So there's so, like, as in my discography right now, I'm so impressed and inspired
by
by the younger generation and how they are just exploring and interpreting their own form of music. Hence temperature.
Ooh. Speaking of your music, you had a song earlier, I think last month, titled In Love. Tell me a bit about it.
Okay, In Love was produced by Spells. That's another.
You just have all these big boys.
Yes. I say sure girl. Yes.
Period.
Yes. So Spells is an old friend, and we've known each other for years, but we never worked. Can you imagine that?
Can you imagine?
So we're like, can you imagine me and you? It's just like when some people will say, me and Waja, we don't have a lot of work together, but we do. But so Spells was like, Omawumi, let's work. I said, my brother, let's work.
Happy now.
So we got into the studio, and this song was born. And when we're coming up with the lyrics of the song, it felt easier to just use those type of lyrics to say what is familiar to me. I've been married for 10 years.
Come on.
So there's no really Indian thing, So I couldn't just say, my Belen, I did something for the moon, I go die. We can't die right now. We have to be alive in
God
love.
forbid.
Yes. So it was the premise of the song is the relatability in love, like having gone around and you're now with someone that makes you understand the concept of being in love, and what it really feels like. So that
is so sweet. Oh my God, I tap into it.
City 105.1, we run this city.
Run this city. This is the rundown with Bolanle Peps and Omawumi. We're talking all things Omawumi, her latest music, Temperature, produced by Mastercraft. And you just had a listen to In Love earlier, telling us about her marriage and how that has made her grow in love and all that good stuff. So you young ladies, you grow in love. I don't know about those who used to fall in love. Why do you need to fall in love?
My dear, sometimes you need to fall so that you will get okay.
You're right. You're right.
So everything with growth and wisdom.
You're very right about that. There's something that I've been meaning to ask you, and it's something that I've also heard in different interviews from like different female artists, and it's basically about age shaming. The industry often celebrates youths,
Yes.
They sign artists from the ages of say like 18. I'm talking about the females now.
As most industries.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the female artists, like I mentioned. Sometimes we'll say as soon as you clock 35 now, you're old.
Or as soon as you get belly
you're old, you're no longer in style. And then you start hearing talks about, changing her style, her sound, her music, her image, and all that good stuff. While men a lot of times get to continue to do their thing. Yes, you would evolve as an artist and all that good stuff, but for females the pressure is a lot more. And what is your take on age shaming female artists, and how they're able to cope with that in the music industry?
Well, it's unfortunate that this should be like a topic of conversation, because there's a lot of truth in it.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? However, I've always been the sort of person that I'm very resilient by nature. I've not really been in any label. I've been an independent artist. Sometimes I license some of my music specifically to labels and say, okay, I want you to help me market or move this, so it's always like a periodical sort of thing. But I'm always like in charge of who I am and how I want to make myself known to my listeners, my fans, and the consumers. So those sort of conversations don't faze me. So any changes that you see or anything that you see that pertains to me is is from the core. It's very intentional. It doesn't have anything to do with, I'm not easily fazed by things like that. So when this age shaming conversation comes up, the way that I don't know how to explain it to you. I have created my brand in such a way that sort of thing, I don't really experience it. I make my music, I'm one of a kind. You don't find a lot of my kind of person. I perform with my live musicians. I'm always, my persona on stage is, the energy is always at 1,000.
Yes, sir.
And then I carry, because I'm a storyteller with my music, I carry people with me. So you can't come to where I am you will not have any impression of who I am as a person. You, even if you don't know me, you will go back and say, I want to hear what that girl has sang before. She's such, an icon.
Yes, you are.
So that's why. So I don't allow such things to feel, she's old, she's now 43. Yeah, I came into the industry when I was 26. You people will be okay.
You'll be fine. And you know what actually messes with me a lot of times? If you look at other industries, I'm not even talking about entertainment now. Look at maybe the banking sector, oil and gas. People are climbing the corporate ladder well into their 50s.
Yeah.
Even if you look at the entertainment industry abroad, Diana Ross still sings. She's
still touring.
So why
is it like that here?
Exactly.
My sister, there are a lot of things that are wrong with Nigeria. If we want to start asking the questions today, we will not leave this interview.
Honestly.
So I feel I always like to. I'm an optimistic person. I tend to celebrate the wins, because if you think of the problems, you will just be swallowing face.
Honestly.
That nobody asked you to.
Honestly.
So let's take the win. The win now is that 15 years ago, we did not have as much female artists in the scene. Now the female artists in the scene, they are just killing it.
Honestly.
15, 20 years ago, the movie industry was male dominated. But now the top 5 or top 10 filmmakers are predominantly women.
Yes.
Let's take this win and let's just run with it.
Yes.
That's my take on that.
That's wonderful. I really like that, honestly, because I feel like there are young people out there, young artists who are planning to come into the music industry and would love to hear things like this. For those of you who I have paved the way, that have been a success. It's the truth. We have to see. Let's toot your horn.
Toot, toot.
Yes. It's the truth. It's the truth. And then they would draw inspiration from some of the things that you've mentioned here, and I think that's very interesting. Let's talk a bit about your personal growth as an artist, as a brand as well. You first stepped into the spotlight, like you said, at a very young age. What would you say has changed about you, about your personality, or about you personally and professionally? Yes.
I used to be there were a lot of things about me which comes with being young and youthful.
Yes.
And so now the confidence that people talk about sometimes used to come across as arrogance.
Oopsie.
Just a little bit.
What's wrong with them now?
I don't know. But that's how it used to come across, like that. And then I used to be more vocal.
Okay.
But now I tend to handle things with grace.
Okay.
Because I give people more grace, like as in, okay, if you don't know what they do you. For example, now if I'm driving and somebody comes and hits the back of my car, my friend, will you move? All these women then, what would they? And me, I feel they drive luxury car. The guy feel there for Kombi. You don't know where that your head, you don't know where in sleep wake up. You don't know whether in don't chop.
You have a point.
You go come begin and say, get out, you poor man, God forbid bad thing. When life can happen to anybody at any time. So that's the example that I give. So I'm not that vocal anymore now. Growth with music is I have tapped into the spirit of excellence. So whenever I do something, we're living in an age where mediocrity is being celebrated.
Tell me about it.
So I have to put my money where my mouth is.
Yes.
I have to keep on doing what I do the way I do it, so that there will be a reference. Because when I was growing up in the industry, there was a reference for me. There was Angelique Kidjo as a reference for me. There was Mira Makeba as a reference for me. There were so many people who handled their music with the spirit of excellence.
Yes.
So I feel like I have to do that as well. Even if mediocrity sells, I have to try
to be authentic, to keep being authentic. Sorry, I rephrase.
So that's me.
That's amazing. Honestly, I wish we could keep I will keep talking to you forever and ever and ever. Honestly, but quickly, what are your plans for the future? You've got Temperature out right now. Should we expect a body of work?
No. So people have been saying that. I've been releasing, like 2 years ago, I released a body of work called More. 2 years before that, I released a body of work called Love Deep High Life. And that was even too quick for me because I do 4 years. I'm not, I don't like acid hot because I don't make fast music the way you have all this fast food and fast furniture.
It has to be timeless, just like your album.
Thank you so much, my sister. Everything, the thought process, everything is always very deep for me. So I felt like I was in a hurry, but because that's what's going on right now, I've now said, so that's what people want to do. Okay, I'll be dropping it one by one. So instead of me to now do whole album body of work for you, I've given you the single 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that, and everybody will be okay.
All right, thank you so much. Expect more from Omawanda. Make sure you go listen and stream Temperature. She said she's going to be out in the clubs this December.
Yes.
So after partying in Zanga, you just might see Omawumi beside you.
I'm in Ikeja.
Oh,
we're coming to
Voyage.
Yes, we're coming to Zanga.
Let's go. Our portion on the mainland.
No, I just said that I'm going to the Zanga. I go to the Zanga in the mainland on the island. That's where I'm going to. I'm not going to posh places, please.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for being a part of this interview.
City 105.1. We run this city.